I might be evil personified, but you're the only one I'll ever be good to. Oh! Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back. I hope you're having a beautiful, amazing, spectacular day. Originally, this video was going to be my TBR for February. I had everything planned, everything laid out, everything picked out, all the books were ready, lined up, ready to go, and then my plans changed, and you'll see why later. First, drink of the day. I have a peaches and cream Olipop. It actually is not my drink, it's my sister's. I've never tried this flavor, but I wanted a carbonated drink. I didn't want coffee, so I took this, and she's never gonna know because I'm just gonna buy her another one. So, yeah. All right, let's get into this TBR. I'm so excited. Oh my god. So like I said, originally this was supposed to be my February TBR, but plans changed because I am in a fantasy reading slump.
Ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
Yeah, that's where I am right now. I love fantasy. I want to read fantasy. In my heart, in theory, I want to read fantasy. In my heart, I want to read fantasy. But my brain, no. She does not want to read fantasy because I'm not a mood reader. I'm an ADHD reader. I read based on my hyperfixations. And so if my brain says, no, we're not reading fantasy right now, I don't want to read it, then I just can't do it. And right now I'm hyperfixated on dark romance, so that's what we are reading right now. And oh my gosh, guys, the book I'm reading right now, obsessed, literally obsessed with the book I am reading right now. Anyway, okay, let me stop talking about random things and get into what I'm supposed to be here for. My TBR, my January book haul. Why do I keep saying TBR? So starting off, we had the Blood and Ash books. I started this series quite a while ago, like almost 3 or 4 years ago. I talked about them in my January reading summary. This is a story that follows Poppy, a maiden who is supposed to be chosen by the gods, and then she meets a mysterious guard who kind of unravels her world, and it is amazing. It has a very interesting twist on werewolves and vampires. You won't tell they're werewolves or vampires. I'm not a paranormal girly. Let me be completely honest about that. So many people tell me that I look like I read paranormal books. I don't. I just look emo. Bruh. I don't read paranormal books, so when I read this, I wasn't thinking vampires and werewolves, but when I was looking at reviews, everyone was like, oh yeah, werewolves, vampires. I was like, oh, that's what those are. But yes, I did love this book. I got from Blood and Ash, Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, The Crown of Guild and Bones, which I just finished, and then I got into a book slump, War of Two Queens. This is the book that I stopped reading last time I had started this series. I think it's the thickest one so far. I finished book 3, and I'm taking a break from fantasy for a little while, and once I start back up, I'm probably gonna pick this one back up. The next one up is Hollow. I love this book. Hollow by Carolyn Peckham and Susan Valenti. You guys, I loved this book so much. I did end up getting around to reading this before the slump started. Back in January, I did read this book. She was amazing. First of all, let's just admire how pretty she is. She's gorgeous. Like, she's so pretty. Okay. The Great Hunt begins once every 50 years, and only the champions willing to face death to shatter the curse dare to enter. I'm no warrior, no swordsmith, and certainly no fae, but the forest is my only hope. To enter those trees is to walk willingly to my demise. But I need the boon the forest will grant the winner, and I'm willing to risk it all for a chance at claiming it. I just never expected to face him beneath those trees. The beast who strikes fear into the desperate people of all lands. The monster who commands the legion of hollows and makes our plight 1,000 times worse. The hollows are empty of all things, but none are so heartless as him. Prince Bane intends to be the death of me, but I have an oath to fulfill before I'll let him have me, and I'll do whatever it takes to achieve it. I am Ferris Creed, and I'm going to unite the lost spirits, who once bound the wandering trees in place, return the scattered amulets to the core of its corruption, and use the winner's boon to change my fate. Come wretchedness or torment, through trickery or deception, I will get what I came here for, and no one will stand in my way, not even Prince Bane. So this is actually a Beauty and the Beast retelling, which I feel like I'm so slow when I'm reading these books because, like I said, I didn't realize that was vampires and werewolves when I started from Blood and Ash. And then I'm like this far in, okay, at least, maybe even farther when I'm reading. It definitely was farther. I'm over halfway in when I'm reading this book and I realize, wait a minute, this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, oh my gosh, which I have been wanting to read a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I actually just ordered Atlas Rose's Beauty and the Beast retelling because, oh my gosh, I don't know what it is. I wanted one. And so I bought one, not realizing that this one that I already had was one until I was halfway through reading it. And it was so good. It moves very quickly, and oh my gosh, I love this book. If you are a fantasy lover and you like quick-paced books, this is one that you will absolutely adore. That was the other thing. They wrote Zodiac Academy, and if you don't like Zodiac Academy, I can't tell you if you'll like this book or not because I have not read it. I will be reading it because I really liked their writing in this one. So yeah, but that's who this is by. Next up in my January books that I bought, I got Nautica by Carrie Lake. This book has been really popular. I bought it because it's pretty. Judge me if you will. I don't care. She's pretty. This is a dark gothic romance, I'm pretty sure. It's super popular on Book Talk right now. It's getting more popular on Book Talk right now. So yeah, let me read you the synopsis. I'm not going anywhere. You and I, there's no escaping it. Doesn't matter how fast you run or how far you get, I will always be inside you just like this, in your bones and in your blood and in your head. It doesn't matter what you tell the universe, what secrets you spill, nothing can change what we are, what we've become. Wait, let me read the blurb. Let me just go ahead and read it. After watching my mother succumb to a mysterious illness, I promised myself two things. I'd find the cure for what ravaged her and leave the godforsaken city where she abandoned me. 4 years later, I receive an acceptance letter from Dracadia University, one of the oldest, most prestigious schools in the country. Nestled on a secluded island off the coast of Maine, it's rumored to be haunted by the souls of the mental patients exiled there centuries before.
I am
Those whose bones are said to take up the island's sandy white shores. And restless ghosts aren't even its most daunting peculiarity. Deverick Bramwell, known on campus as Dr. Death, is a brilliant pathologist in charge of the Midnight Lab. He's also my devastatingly handsome professor, and he seems to loathe tenacious first years like me. Oh, is this a teacher ex student? Except his dark and enigmatic gaze tells me all the ways he'd devour me if given the chance. And his stolen kisses burn my lips with forbidden jealousy. I crave his authority. He aches for redemption. Together we're toxic. Delicious fodder for the prying eyes hell-bent on exhuming the rotted skeletons of our past. For the dead have much to reach, and it's only a matter of time before Dracadia's most depraved secret is resurrected. Oh my gosh, guys, I cannot wait to read this book. Why am I in a fantasy book slump? I literally bought these books because I was so excited to read them. I think this is like the first one I wanted to start when I left Barnes & Noble, but here I am, and every time I pick up a book, I literally read like 20 pages, and then I just stop. Oh my gosh, that makes me so sad, but I am super excited to read this. So it's a teacher ex-student, and she's trying to find the cure for her mom who's sick. And there's a secret. I want to know what the secret is. And this back quote? What was that? What was that, sir? Ooh. Oh, I love Gothic romance. I don't know if I like this one. Okay. Next up, we have Alchemized. Alchemized, if you are on Book Talk, on BookTube, Bookstagram, if you are anywhere that has to do with books, you've seen this book. It is literally everywhere. Alchemized by Sin Lin Yu. I still have no idea how to pronounce their name. I am so sorry if I pronounce it wrong in any of my videos. I don't know how to pronounce it. This is a Dramedy fanfic, actually. I'm pretty sure it started as that. It started on AO3, actually. I think the original AO3 manuscript is called Manacled, and it is insanely popular right now. It is a retelling of Manacled. Manacled was a Dramedy fanfic, and this is a retelling of Manacled. So, a bunch of different things. It is over 1,000 pages. It's 1,030 pages. I actually got this with my friend Lily while we were there. We literally, as we were in there, we were like, I'm not ready to commit to Alchemized. We were both like, I'm not ready for this book. And then we bought it and we started reading it together. I'm on page 53 and I just cannot right now, so I'm gonna listen to the audiobook of this book. In this riveting dark fantasy debut, a woman with missing memories fights to survive a war-torn world of necromancy and alchemy, and the man tasked with unearthing the deepest secrets of her past. Oh my gosh, this makes me so sad. I'm getting so sad reading these books because I want to read these books. I just can't. I'm screaming on the inside. Once a promising alchemist, Helena Marino is now a prisoner of war in her own mind. Her resistance friends and allies have been brutally murdered, her abilities suppressed, and the world she knows destroyed. In the aftermath of a long In the aftermath of a long war, Palladia's new ruling class of corrupt guild families and depraved necromancers, whose vile undead creatures helped bring about their victory, holds Helena captive. According to Resistance records, she was a healer of little importance within their ranks, but Helena has an inexplicable memory loss of the months leading up to her capture, making her enemies wonder, is she truly as insignificant as she appears, or are her lost memories hiding some vital piece of the Resistance final gambit? To uncover the memories buried deep within her mind, Helena is sent to the High Reeve, one of the most powerful and ruthless necromancers in this world. Trapped on his crumbling estate, Helena's fight to protect her lost history and to preserve the last remaining shreds of her former self is just the beginning. For her prison and captor have secrets of their own, secrets Helena must unearth, whatever the cost. Okay, so I guess captor ex-captive, based on a Hermione fanfic, and she was part of a resistance. It's classes, there's like upper class, lower class. She's part of a resistance and she's trying to fight against this, and then there's a war that happens and she's lost her memory to the months leading up to her capture in the war. And I started this and I was seriously like, this is a literary masterpiece. I can tell you that without finishing the book. It is a literary masterpiece. As soon as I started it, the writing style is absolutely beautiful. I just can't read this book right now. And when I do, y'all get ready, because I'm gonna go feral over this book. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go feral over this book. Ooh, let's read the back quote. What is it you think you're protecting in that brain of yours? Oh, this is him talking. What is it you think you're protecting in that brain of yours? The war is over. Holdfast is dead. The eternal flame extinguished. There's no one left for you to save. I feel like he's gonna be insane. I feel like the High Reeve, I'm pretty sure the one who she falls in love with, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like insane and absolutely insufferable, but I feel like he's gonna be such a tortured soul. I'm ready for this book, y'all. I'm ready for this book. I'm so ready for this book. Anyways, okay, for the last hardcover edition I bought in January, this is a special collector's edition of The Song of Achilles. It is it's a Barnes & Noble collector's edition. I love this book. It is one of my favorite books of all time. It is amazing. This is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. It's a beautiful romantic retelling of Achilles and Patroclus. So Achilles, the Greek hero, and then Patroclus, who is in history known as his best friend. Some speculate they're Romans or whatever. It doesn't matter. This is a romantic retelling of their story. It is beautiful. It made me cry. It made me like literally like ache inside. This is one of the most beautiful books, beautifully written books I have ever read, and it is so dear to me, and it is one of the few books that I will buy a very expensive special edition for because it is so dear to me. I absolutely love this. I didn't read this book in January. I actually bought it in June of last year while I was in London. So I have the UK cover in my shelf, but I bought this one in January. And obviously I had to talk about it because it's Song of Achilles. You have to talk about Song of Achilles. Like, let's be for real. I'll read you the quote on the back. We were like gods in the dawning of the world, and our joy was so bright we could see nothing else but each other. Y'all, I cannot explain how much I love this book. I'm literally about to start crying. Oh my gosh. If you've never read The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller and you want just a heart-achingly beautiful book to just, I feel like I could reread, I might reread this book actually. Like, yeah. If you love beautifully written love stories, definitely check this book out because it is amazing. It's Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Yes, 100% recommend this book. Okay, getting to our paperback books. First up, we have A Kiss of Shadows by Laurel K. Hamilton. First of all, let's admire the beautiful cover. Got roses, thorns. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Also, let's admire my face card because what is this? What do you mean this was 10-minute makeup in the bathroom? Period. Anyways, this is a Mary Gentry novel, it says. Let's see what it's about. Welcome to the Unseelie Court, a thrilling, sensual world as dangerous as it is beautiful, ruled by fae desperate to reclaim their full power. In this enthralling first novel in Laurel K. Hamilton's New York Times best-selling Mary Gentry series, Mary Gentry, Princess of the High Court of Fairy, is passing as human in Los Angeles. Okay. Mary Gentry, Princess of the High Court of Fairy, is passing as human in Los Angeles, working as a private investigator specializing in supernatural crime. But now the Queen's assassin has been dispatched to fetch her, whether she likes it or not. Suddenly, Mary finds herself a pawn in her sinister aunt's plan to secure an heir to the throne. Oh. The assignment: revel in the intimate company of the most beautiful and moral men in the world until she is with child. The reward, the crown. The penalty for failure, death. Okay. Wait. So it's got fae and supernatural crime, so it's got paranormal. One of the most inventive and exciting writers in the paranormal field. No! It's a paranormal book. What? I don't read paranormal. I have this thing, and I don't like when paranormal fantasy and like high fantasy, like mythical creatures mix. Even though I know they're kind of similar, I just feel like werewolves and warlocks and witches and like vampires are their own section. That's where they go. They belong there. And then you have like dragons and fairies and nymphs, and those belong in their own section. I just have this thing, I like them to be separated. I'm not a fan of when they mix. And then you have dark academia vibes, like mythical vibes, where it's like griffins, and then you have like vampires and stuff like that. Obviously, like, I don't know how I feel about that. Why did I buy this? Oh, because Lily bought it. Hi Lily, if you're watching this, we need to talk. I just want to talk. But like, why did you let me buy this? Like, I'm gonna read it. Don't worry, I'm gonna read it eventually. When I get out of my fantasy slump, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. We'll see. Okay, next up is Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. First of all, I got the pretty version from Barnes & Noble. I read this book. I have read the entire trilogy. I finished it in like 3 weeks, which I know was a long time, but I was also reading like 9 books at a time last month. I think I read 14 books last month, and at one time I think I was reading 9 and I counted. But either way, I got the information. I absorbed them. I loved them. Anyways, I love these books. Crescent City, you guys. Crescent City. What am I talking about? What am I even talking about? House of Earth and Blood by Crescent City. I've read the other 2 books as well. This is a modern fantasy retelling. Again, I think the only reason I actually liked this because there were multiple different types of mythical creatures. There was like angels and fae and merfolk and werewolves, like vampires, different type of animal shifters. There was multiple types of creatures, but I think it was because I just love Sarah J. Maas's writing. Maybe. But the way the world blended, because it's a modern world, like I feel like if you're writing a dark gothic fantasy, there should be no fae in it. That's just my opinion. Whatever. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I just don't normally like it. This one is a very rare instance where I enjoyed when different types of mythical sections of creatures were combined. This is a modern fantasy retelling. It follows Bryce, who is a young woman struggling after the loss of someone very dear to her. She's half fae, half human, and she's trying to figure out what the heck happened to this person because it's kind of like a murder mystery. It's a story of heartache and friendship and love, and I loved every single bit of these books. I cried, I laughed, I got angry. These books are phenomenal, and if they are not on your TBR, you should add them to your TBR. It is amazing. There are so many secrets and like plot twists. I loved these books. Get these books. Get these books. Okay, next up we have Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsay Straub. This book is very, very, very popular in bookish media right now. She's a spicy book. She's a spicy time. For me, I was not a fan. It was very insta-lusty for me, like first time they met. Yeah. It's just not for me, okay? I'll be honest. Sometimes it's just not the book for you. Let's be for real. We don't have to be ashamed of not liking a book. And I'm going to talk about if I don't like a book. I don't care if you're upset that I'm talking about not liking a book. I almost DNF'd this book. Why would I recommend to people that read what I read? Why would I recommend a book that I didn't like? I'm not saying you shouldn't read this book if it's in your TBR and it's something that you want to read. I'm not gonna act like I liked something I didn't like. This is not gonna happen. It follows a young woman named Tim, and it's a love triangle. First of all, I'm not the biggest fan of love triangles, especially when it's just like, why? Yeah. Yuck. Anyways. Let me just read you the synopsis for those of you who are actually interested in the book. Tim couldn't imagine a stranger duo, the formidable basilisk and the human prince. First of all, let me go ahead and say this. I did like the male love interest, Caspian, who was the snake serpent shifter, the basilisk shifter. He is a literal snake, but he can shift into human form. Anyways, 20-year-old Tim Prince, both powerful in their own right, but they couldn't be more different from each other. 20-year-old Temperance Varus has never been kissed, but that's what the basilisk is for. Along with 13 other contestants, Tim must train with the basilisk to learn the power of seduction and win the prince's hand in marriage. When Tim is matched with Caspian, the Serpent King, she realizes she might actually stand a chance, but with tensions rising between the basilisk and the humans, Tim is suddenly torn in two directions. As her bond with Caspian deepens, so does her connection with the prince, and she uncovers a terrible secret about the royal family. Dun dun dun. Tim finds herself caught between two worlds, neither of which she can survive without. I did not like this book. It was just not my cup of tea. It was a little bit too insta-lusty for me. It felt like there wasn't really any plot. Yeah, just not for me. Not for me. We have Fairytale by Veronica Lancet. This is another Gothic romance. Let me go ahead and read you the synopsis. I might be evil personified, but you're the only one I'll ever be good to. Oh! What? Hold on. I might be evil personified, but you're the only one I'll ever be good to. In August 1955, when Miss Darcy O'Sullivan, an orphaned English teacher from Boston, receives a letter that her biological father passed away, she is surprised to find herself included in his will. Okay. There's only one condition. She must travel to Fairdale to attend his funeral. With the promise of a sizable inheritance, Darcy decides to journey to the small coastal town that holds the secrets of her birth. But the moment she sets foot in Fairdale, things start to go amiss. Odd residents, odd rumors, odd deaths. Everything about Fairdale is odd, including broody Caleb Hale and part of the infamous Hale family. During the day, Darcy falls deeper and deeper under his spell as he forces her to step out of her comfort zone. As he forces her to step out of her comfort zone and embrace her inner sensuality. But at night, it's another man who haunts her dreams. What? Eamon d'Arton, a nobleman who lived 2 centuries ago? What? Eamon is a sweet suave, whereas Caleb is intense and dangerous, and Darcy feels more torn than ever. Soon she finds herself embroiled in a web of lies, deceit, and inexplicable events that make her question her sanity. When an ancient evil threatens the town and everything Darcy holds dear, she must make the ultimate choice. But will she survive it? Oh my gosh, guys. I know I literally just said I do not like love triangles, but this is not, in my opinion, okay, I like it in certain cases, okay? Remember what I said? I like it in certain cases. There are exceptions to what I do and don't like, okay? Oh my gosh, now I remember why I bought this book. I am so excited for when I read this book. I don't know when I'm gonna read this book. I can't say I'm going to read it because then my brain's gonna be like, right. Anyways, oh my gosh. I'm so excited for this book. See, this is the kind of Gothic dark romance I need right now. If it wasn't this. I can't do big books right now. Not in a slump. Oh my gosh. Also, let's appreciate the floppiness of this ginormous book. Yeah. I'm excited for this. I need to read this. Last but not least, we have the Book of Azrael, which I believe is another Gothic, dark, moody kind of world. I asked Book Talk, like at the end of December, I asked if anyone I was like, give me book recs. I need dark romance, I need fantasy, I need contemporary, anything you have, give me book recs so I can know what to get throughout the year. And this was one of the most recommended ones. So I went ahead and picked it up when they had it at Barnes & Noble because it was on discount at the time. So let's read the synopsis because I don't remember any of these. Oh, it's a Monster X God. Who is this even by? This is the Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole. It's the Gods and Monsters book 1, so it's a series. Oh no. World Ender meets Ender of Worlds. 1,000 years ago, Diana gave up her life in the deserts of Eoria to save her dying sister. I hope I said that right. She called upon anyone who would listen, not expecting a monster far worse than any nightmare to answer. Now she does what Caden asks, even if that means securing an ancient relic from the very creatures that hunt her. A king thought long dead and long forgotten. In the old world, his name was Sam Keel. In the new world, it's Liam. LOL. But one title remains true throughout time. He is the World Ender, a myth to his enemies, a savior and king to those loyal to him. After the gods' war, he locked himself away, hiding from the world. He denied his crown and responsibilities, leaving the very ones who needed him most to deal with the fallout of the death of their home world, until an attack on those he holds dear sends him back to the one realm he never wished to visit again, and into the sights of an enemy he thought imprisoned eons ago. Now enemies older than time must put aside their differences and work together in hopes of saving both the world and every realm in between. Oh my gosh, guys! She is his enemy. They were on different sides of the world. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna eat this up. I cannot wait to read this. Holy crap, it's holy, guys. Ugh, I want to read these books. All right, my lovelies. I'm done yapping and freaking out. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to this point in the video. Let me know down in the comments if you have read any of these books or if it's on your TBR, or if they're on your TBR. And let me know how you feel about them if you have read them. If you have any book recommendations for dark romance, you are more than welcome, or even non-dark romance. Honestly, I just buy books at this point. Yeah. If you have any book recommendations, you can go ahead and drop them down below as well, and I would love to review them and make some more videos about them. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday or whatever day you're watching this on. Please remember to eat something and drink something today. Slow down. It's okay. You are exactly where you need to be right now. You are beautiful, strong, and capable. Everything I want to be when I would grow up. I love you all. I'll see you in the next book haul or whatever video I feel like filming next.